Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Well, here it is. This is the Silverstone FT02 BW build that I've been putting together the past few weeks, and this is the first look at it. Overall, I am pretty happy with how it turned out. I really like this case. The sleek design, the way it's put together, probably one of the most interesting things. I've never done a Silverstone build before, but I love the fact that the motherboard tray is positioned in there at a 90-degree angle. It makes the graphics cards look really cool going up and down like that. You know, and it just makes sense being that heat rises. This is how I ended up putting this together. You can see it looks pretty packed inside there. Everything fit just like I envisioned it to. To kind of give you a rundown of the hardware, you know, I get a lot of messages asking me how in the world do I keep doing all these builds. You know, but if you are watching the videos from front to back, you're noticing that they're just different cases. You know, I'm not some huge wealthy person that can just go out and, you know, and buy $5 grand worth of stuff for every single one of these builds. It's the same hardware. It's just in different cases, and that just goes to show you the many different options you have. You know, it's not the case itself; it's what's in the case that counts. So, you know, as you can see, I've got the same power supply, the AX1200. The only thing new inside this build is that 540 millimeter radiator that you see down there on the bottom. It's a triple 180, and it fit in there like a glove. And I'm going to go through and explain to you guys how I got it in there, and what modifications I had to do in order to get it to fit. But first off, I want to go through and point out any new hardware that I do have in here. Again, the radiator on the bottom, it's a Magic Cool 540 millimeter triple 180 radiator. The motherboard in it is an EVGA Z68 three-way SLI. I got a new motherboard because I wanted to, see if I can swing this around. I left the Asus Maximus 4 in my test bed. You know what? I'm just going to take the camera off of here so we can take a better look. I left the Asus motherboard in here. I had this 560 Ti laying around. It's on air, and I tossed that in there, but the processor is still water cooled. The EK spin res made a comeback, and I went ahead and put that in here, and it still has the GTX 360 radiators. But going back to this build here, again, I really enjoyed how this thing turned out, and I'll see if we can get a little closer, and I will explain how the loot works. Basically, as you can see, I've got the Cool.sli RP452X2 reservoir up here, and you can see the air bubbles. I've been messing around with the hoses and stuff. I'm still not completely happy. I wanted to put this video up here as soon as I possibly could because there are going to be changes, and I wanted to show you guys what it looked like before I tore it all apart and had to wait another week or two. But anyway, that's the Scythe Kazi 6-channel fan controller, and I still have the Blu-ray drive. So from the reservoir, it goes down into this fitting here. I've got it coming across. I've got the Cool.sli quick disconnect fittings. You know, like I told you guys before in my previous videos, I absolutely love these things, and I'm probably going to use them in every single build. The reason why I put this here is because I've got a flow indicator, and that flow indicator also has a filter. So the cool part is I can just disconnect it here, pull it out to clean the filter. Works out really good. and the filter's doing its job. Let's see if I can get a close-up. Of course, you know, when you get new radiators, you got to flush them, get all the junk and stuff out, and you can see that that filter does catch, and it's still catching stuff. So it's doing its job. And I'm glad I set it up this way. It's gonna make it real easy to pull that filter out. But anyway, it goes through into the radiator here. Then it comes out on the other side behind all the PSU wires into the EK Supreme HF water block. It comes out of that water block into this 120 RAD that I have. It is also a black ice. I have that running in push-pull with a couple 120mm fans. It comes out of there. It's going through the 3 GTX 580 Hydro Copper 2s in parallel, and then back into the reservoir. Nice short tight loop. It turned out really clean, and you know, I'm really happy with it. One of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and capture this on video is I am most likely going to take this 120 out. You know, as far as looks are concerned, it matched up perfectly. I mean, I got the hoses bent. It makes the loop look really nice and clean, but to tell you the truth, it's probably not doing any good. I'm always one for performance over aesthetics. So having this radiator up here, having the hot air pass through this, going through this before it comes out of the top of the case, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. Looked cool. There was space for it. I got it to work. But it's probably coming out. Actually, I could probably tell you 100% it's coming out because I've already picked up a fan to put in its place. That right there is a Feather Tribe Work. That fan is a beast. It's close to 250 CFM. It's going to exhaust some serious fat air out of this case once I replace it. It's clear, so it'll look good when it's complete. I don't have my lights put in yet. I do have the lights. I've got a couple different sets of stuff. I'm gonna dig them out behind you here. Oh, I've got a pile of them here. I've got 2 UV cold cathodes, and I've got this Leon Lee UV LE strip, which I'm gonna put up here. I'm gonna wait on that because the case is coming apart and the loop is going to be rearranged. Just to cover some of the stuff that I had to do to get this radiator in here. Anyone that's got one of these Silverstone FT02s or even the Ravens know that there is a fan filter holder that goes below these fans. And basically I had to remove those, pull them out to make room for this because, you know, you've only got so much space, and it came out absolutely perfect. That's EVGA the EVGA for the Win 3-way SLI. The Z68 board is an extended ATX, and it fit in there, even though the specs on the website don't mention that it'll fit an extended ATX. But what people have to remember, that ATX is 12 by 12, and so you've got plenty of room. As you can see down there on the bottom, there's plenty of room. So after taking the fan filter holders out, you run into the problem with how am I going to filter the fans now. So what I ended up doing was, as you can see, the filters are still being utilized, and what I did was I glued magnets around the edge. And with the magnets around the edge, the nice part about this case being dual material, the inner section is all steel and the outer section is aluminum. That this right here basically, you know, with magnets, just pops up there and Does what it's supposed to do. I went ahead and ordered an extra one of these fan grills because when I originally got this case, I was under the impression that it came with the Silverstone 180mm fans, the ones that already have these grills. And these two fans come with the grills, but the fan that was underneath here did not have this grill. So I ordered one, and when the case came in, I was very, very surprised to see that it actually came with the AP181 fans, the ones with the swirly fan grill already built into it, the air penetrators, and I was ecstatic. But the reason why I have these is because I was going to use these as this as a radiator grill. So I was going to put this in here like that, and and just have 3 of them go across. But to tell you the truth, I get better flow with it not even on there. So there you go. And I got a pile of them sitting over there. The other thing I had to do, and you'll notice, it looks stock, and that was the point of doing it, was the hard drive cage. This hard drive cage was actually 5 bays. Okay, and you have to picture it sitting at a 90-degree angle. What I did was I took all the rivets out, I pulled the hard drive cage out, I cut 2 of the bays off, I spun it 90 degrees, and then I bolted it back in there. The cool part is that these all still work, and I've got 3 of them instead of 5, but I've got an SSD here and a 2 terabyte here, so I've got plenty of storage. This one doesn't even have anything in it. But basically just spin it 90 degrees, bolts it back on, and now I got clearance for everything. So that's how I got the FT02 to accept this 540mm radiator. Stay tuned, because I am going to rework the loop, and that top radiator is coming out, and this fan that I bought, this Fesser Tribe-Work fan, is going in there. And another big surprise, and I'll give you guys a hint, I am going to be water chilling this machine with an external unit. Once you get to a certain point like this, and you're cooling off your stuff, I've got the bug to see how cool I can actually get it without completely destroying it. And I'm going to attach a water chiller to this thing, an external unit, and we'll check the numbers and stuff out with that. But in the meantime, thanks YouTube for checking out my Silverstone FT02 540mm RAD conversion, and stay tuned for more updates. I'm going to rework the loop and add a water chiller. And to kind of give you a quick shot, I did install my 30-inch Dell U3011, and I'm going to try out this new mouse, Logitech G700 gaming mouse. Nothing wrong with the Mambo over there. I just want to check that out. It's a little more comfortable in my hand. But anyway, thanks YouTube. Please, if you've got any questions or comments, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and favorite my channel. Take it easy. Bye.